Yo, what is up YouTube? James back here and welcome back to another episode of VGC 2020 Baek Battles. Today we had the rank 1 team once again with the Torkoal, Venusaur, Dusclops, Tyranitar, Gyarados, and Charizard. If you haven't checked out the previous episodes, highly recommend go checking them out as always. And if you want to try out this team alongside me, there is a rental code of the team available down below in the description, as well as a pay spin of the team down below as well. A few announcements before the video gets started. Again, if you do enjoy his videos, be sure to leave a like down below and leave a comment down below. It really does help me out and the YouTube algorithm. So if you would and you do enjoy these videos, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, you can check out my Twitch channel where I do live stream VGC and a bunch of other stuff. The rank 1 run was actually live on Twitch and it was a really fun time. I do VGC, I do variety games. We're usually live almost every day. Make sure you go check it out. Link in the description down below. You can also check out my second YouTube channel, by the way, where I do upload highlights from the streams if you have missed them, as well as some other content that I do have planned in the future. Some Pokemon stuff, some non-Pokemon stuff. Should be a good time. If you're interested in that, you can go check it out. Link in the description down below. But otherwise, let's get started with today's video. So today's common question of today is going to be, are you a morning person at all? Like, can you be productive in the morning? And for me, I used to be a morning person actually when I was in middle school and high school. In middle school, I used to actually get up at 4 a.m. I don't know why. I was just my most active at 4 a.m. I don't know why. And then high school, I had to wake up at like 4:30. I had to walk like an hour to high school uphill and get there by like 6:50, I think. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm not really that much of a morning person anymore. I've definitely regressed since middle and high school, but we'll see. Let's see, we got a rain team for the first game of Politoed, Kingdra, Amoonguss, Ferrothorn, Togekiss, and the Porygon. So a big rain team here, which is interesting because of the fact that my Venusaur is really good, especially against double grass. So I definitely want to bring the Venusaur as a lead option. I think I like Venusaur. Question is, what do I want to lead Venusaur with? I could see Tyranitar leading because I do have the pressure against Togekiss with the Rock Slide. I like Venusaur because I can max Quake immediately and boost my special defense against like Pokemon like Kingdra, for instance. I definitely want to have Torkoal in the back as a switch in. I definitely like Gyarados in the matchup. The question is, do I bring Charizard or do I bring Tyranitar? Because Charizard could realistically be good against my opponent's team because of the fact that I could always switch into Torkoal for Venusaur and go for Wildfire if I need to. Or I could switch in the other way around and use Charizard as a late game sweeper. And you know what? I kind of like that option, actually. I'm going to lead the Venusaur plus Charizard because it forces him to pick an option. I'm going to bring Torkoal in the back. And then I like Gyarados because of the fact that, one, it provides Intimidate, it's a water resist, and can hit the Politoed very effectively. So that's why I like this combination. I obviously don't want to lead my Sun user when they could easily just switch in Politoed. I'd rather save in the back. So let's see what my opponent's going to bring out here. And yeah, I think we should be in an okay spot. As let's see what they are going to lead here. It's going to be the Kingdra and the Togekiss. Okay, that's a very scary lead for me, as we do lead the Charizard plus the Venusaur right here. Some very, very potential scary options right away, because the Togekiss is very frightening for my team. Like, very frightening. So I have a few options. I can go for like something like I could go for the max poison into the Togekiss slot, which I don't mind realistically, because I do want the damage into Togekiss, and I feel like a Heat Wave is fine, or maybe I should just double up with the Air Slash. I feel like Politoed might switch in from one of these slots to try to cover for the Torkoal switching. You know what? I'm going to double with the Togekiss slot. I have myself as Venusaur, so I should be able to take it. No switches actually on my opponent's side. That Dynamax comes out, so let's see who's Dynamaxing. It could be the Kingdra. I'm thinking it's the Togekiss, but if it's Kingdra, I think that's fine for me. We are going to see a Togekiss Dynamax. Okay, so this could get potentially scary. So I could have actually switched into the Torkoal and went for Wildfire, but I don't think Wildfire KOs Togekiss, and then I'd be in an awkward position. I could Airstream, but then that leads to Politoed mind game, whether they switch on a Politoed or not. So yeah, this is very scary potentially. I can get some big damage in the Togekiss though, which is actually really good here. So let's see. As we will bring out the Venusaur. And because we are Assault Vest, we should be able to take attacks okay or comfortably. As we're going to see, let's see. Kingdra actually protects, which is the best case scenario for me because I did double up the Togekiss. So We will go for the Air Slash just for some chip damage. Does a good amount actually into that Togekiss slot, as we're going to see the Airstream probably. Yep, Airstream probably into the Venusaur slot. Yep, we should be able to take that. We take that okay. It wasn't exactly the best, but okay. Increases the speed of both Pokemon here, as we are going to be able to go for a Max Ooze into the Togekiss, as well as get that special attack raise. Okay, that might be helpful, maybe not. It now can come down to a mind game, because they do have the option to go for an Airstream once again. They could also go for the Max Guard. I can switch into Torkoal here for Charizard, and I feel like that they should be aware of it. So the question is, do I want to call it a Max Guard and go for like Vine Lash into the Kingdra slot, or do I just want to go Torkoal and go for the Max Ooze and outspeed? I feel like actually just going for the Max Ooze should be safer. It's really hard to say, because if I get this wrong, it's a little bit annoying. But you know what? I am going to go to Torkoal here. I think it's the safest play. We are going to see the Kingdra retreat here into the Ferrothorn, actually. Okay. Which makes sense. I wonder if I should have went for the Vine Lash, because I feel like that means they're going to make the Protect play. Let's see here. We do get the Drought up with our Torkoal, which means we get Chlorophyll active. Ah, they didn't Max Guard. Okay, so they didn't make a good play. Okay. Oh, that's a little bit concerning. It's not the end of the world, but it's concerning for the late game. I'm going to go for... I want to say Vine Lash into Pharaoh, because they're 100% switching out here. And I think I just go out into my Gyarados here. Or should I go... I'm trying to think what's better. Maybe actually Charizard, because they're definitely going to go into Politoed and Airstream to Venusaur. There's no way you don't. So we'll retreat our Torkoal. We'll bring in the Charizard, because it's... I want Charizard next to Torkoal, I think. We're going to see the Ferrothorn retreat here. Okay. Into the Politoed. Yep. Good place for my opponent. Good place. I wasn't sure the Togekiss would Max Guard there, but it does make sense. We're going to see the Politoed come out here, and we're going to see the Airstream once again. Let's see. It should knock out the... Oh, went for that Charizard, actually. Oh, that's actually good for me. It's a critical hit. Okay. Not the end of the world. Because Charizard was probably like the least important, I think. We are going to be seeing the Charizard go down. I'm actually very surprised they didn't target me. I do go for the Vine Lash here. I will be able to knock out the Politoed, which means they can no longer reset the weather. So I can always have the pressure here. And this is actually pretty solid. Pretty solid here, as we are able to knock out the... we are going to be able to pick up a knockout. We are able to get the Vine Lash damage. And now I can see myself going on to Gyarados here on probably a Ferrothorn? No, Kingdra, right? I think Kingdra. The reason I want to go Gyarados is because if I even send in the Torkoal, it really doesn't put me in that great of a spot, because they're probably just going to go in Kingdra anyway. Yeah, because Kingdra's going to come out. And the reason I made this play is because of the fact that if I can get rid of that Togekiss with a Waterfall, I feel like I'm in a good spot. I could also switch out my Venusaur right here. And I think switching out Venusaur is a very safe play, because I'd be able to set up the Sun. I have Weather Ball for Ferrothorn anyway, so I kind of like that option. Although Waterfall won't KO. Actually, I might live... Okay, so if I took half from Airstream when Dynamax, I might live Air Slash. Ooh, that's kind of tough to call. That's really tough to call. But I think I'd be fine anyway, right? If, let's say I lose Venusaur and I get a Waterfall off into the Kingdra, I think I'm in a good spot. Well, they are going to be faster. That's a problem. They're gonna be faster. Actually, I'm gonna go Torkoal here, and I think I'm actually just gonna go for a Waterfall. Does Waterfall into Vine Lash pick up the knockout? We'll see. I think this is the right play. We're actually gonna see the Togekiss retreat into the Ferrothorn. Okay, interesting place. I'm actually surprised. Okay. Maybe they're just slow. Okay, maybe they're slow Togekiss and don't outspeed a fast Venusaur. I don't know what the speed tiers were exactly like on the first turn. But yeah, okay. So I do get a Waterfall off. This isn't going to help. And let's see what the Kingdra goes for. Probably Hurricane, I'd imagine. Maybe Draco Meteor. Goes for Draco. Okay. So that's fine. Into Torkoal. Calls the switch. But we'll definitely be able to survive this, I feel. Well. Not well. Not well, but we are able to survive. It is a Life Orb Kingdra, as I am going to be able to heal with my Torkoal. Divine Lash is going to chip away to Kingdra, which is really nice. I feel like I have a very safe Protect with Torkoal and to go out into the Venusaur, because I don't see you gyroballing the Gyarados, and I feel like you would have to Draco my Torkoal slot here, or protect the Kingdra potentially, because I could protect Torkoal and go for Power Whip. And 2 Power Whips would KO the Kingdra. So let's see here. They go for Draco Meteor. It isn't a Torkoal. Yep, no surprise. And we're going to see a Power Whip come out into the Gyarados slot, which was the Venusaur. That's fine. I feel right now the best time to go for Weather Ball is now. So I'm actually going to go Gyarados here. Should I reveal Weather Ball or should I just go for Sludge Bomb? Because Kingdra could theoretically switch or protect as well. I don't want to take a Gyro Ball though, but I would live Gyro Ball anyway. But I would live Draco Meteor anyway. You know what? I'm just going to Weather Ball. I think Weather Ball's fine. Even if Ferroform protects here, I think it's okay. Because I feel like even if Kingdra gets a second Draco Meteor off, as long as they don't crit, we should be okay here. So we'll see the Intimidate go off. Let's see. It's going to be Protect from Kingdra, expecting the Leaf Storm. Okay, perfect. Or a double Protect Scout. Nice. So Weather Ball is going to come out. We're able to eliminate the Ferroform, which is awesome. And that should seal up the game, because I should be able to get a Sludge Bomb off in the Togekiss and a Power Whip into the Kingdra slot. And we'll be in a very fantastic spot here. Yes, I'm feeling very good about our position. I could even Sludge Bomb the Kingdra slot. Although that's a little bit risky. We're going to see the Togekiss come back in. How many turns of Sun are left? 2? I think it's actually... Okay. If Togekiss has Protect, and I Sludge Bomb into Protect, Kingdra goes for Blind Hurricane, crits Venusaur, it could be an issue. Or confuses me. That could also be an issue. It might be better actually just to double up the Kingdra slot, because I feel like... Yeah, I feel like maybe if you do have Protect on Togekiss, you go for a last ditch here. Okay, you don't. Sludge Bomb will KO the Kingdra. Yep, okay. And then Power Whip. I mean, I think we should still have this game sealed up. They needed a bit of luck. Power Whip does actually a lot more than I thought. Air Slash coming to come out into the Gyarados? Okay. And yeah, this game's 100% sealed up now. We have Venusaur 100% outspeeds the Togekiss. Even if they do have Protect to stall out, I do have Torkoal as a switch in, and then Sludge Bomb once again. And I don't really think that they're going to get that many Protects in a row. The battle's going to be forfeit. So yeah, the game plan there was basically just try to... Well, the original plan I thought there was just to max Quake or maybe call a Togekiss bluff there. Because I felt like Togekiss would most likely Dynamax if they led, and they did lead the Togekiss. Scope Lens, actually they were max speed Togekiss. I'm actually very surprised they switched out. Maybe they thought I was timid max speed Venusaur and they want to risk the speed type, which I guess would be fair. As the Kingdra, I don't think that's max speed, is it? No, it's not max speed. Okay. It was a Solvus Ferroform. Okay, that's why it didn't Protect, which definitely does make some sense. Cobra Berry on the Amoonguss. Politoed with the eject button. Okay. And Porygon too. So I think the big play was like them going for the Airstream into the Charizard slot. Maybe they thought that... I think that's fair though. I think they most likely... Why they Airstreamed, some of the viewers might be confused. I think it's because they expected Max Guard for my Venusaur. If I had Max Guard, I could always switch out Torkoal out and then reset the Sun and try to KO the Togekiss the following turn. So they were probably like, okay, I need to get... Oh, wait. Yeah, no, they were +2. Right. So they tried to get the speed boost from my other slot to try and outspeed the Venusaur the following turn. Because if I Max Guard and they Airstream the Max Guard, they were +1. I could send in Torkoal once again, and then I could just threaten their Togekiss, and they really didn't have much pressure against my Venusaur. So that's the main reason I think why they went for the Airstream there in retrospect. But yeah. Not bad. Alright, we're back. I need to grab some water real quick as we rank back into the top 100. There are a lot of people playing on the ladder because it's the last day of the ladder for the series, the season. We got a rank 95. Ooh, this should be a good one. Okay, we got a really hyper offensive team. This is like a pretty common team. This was in Series 4, except it has the... Okay. It has Dracovish, Whimsicott, the Rillaboom, Incineroar, Dusclops, and Lapras. So, Imprisoned Dusclops was very common on this team back in the day. It's usually like Tailwind, Whimsicott with Fake Tears, Life Orb on the Lapras, Choice Scarf, Dracovish, using the Lapras to set up Veil and the Rain for it. Incineroar usually is bulky. Rillaboom used to be a Conkeldurr on this team. Okay, what do I like here? Because this could be a little bit tough because the Lapras isn't exactly my favorite matchup with this team. I could see myself going with like a Trick Room mode. Although Dusclops with Imprison is kind of annoying to deal with. So maybe I could force some situations. I think I'm gonna lead Venusaur plus Charizard once again, or maybe... Kind of weird because I feel like I have to bait stuff with this team. I don't like Tyranitar in this matchup. Maybe Venusaur Gyarados? No, I don't like that. I like Venusaur Charizard again. I think I'm going to try to bait here. I'm not exactly too sure about the lead actually because I didn't have much time. I don't think Dusclops is good because the Whimsicott usually carries Taunt on this team as well as the potential of my opponent having, what's it called? The Imprison on Dusclops, which stops Trick Room completely, so I don't think it's worth going that mode. We're gonna see the Incineroar plus the Lapras lead. Okay, that's fine. So we have quite a few options. We can go for Wildfire right away. We can go for Scorching Sand. Both are actually pretty solid here. I can go for... Wildfire looks really good against this team, especially a Veil team. It does so much to Lapras. I could also just go straight for the Veil. Or I could go straight for the max Fine Lash into the Lapras because I don't think it's weakest policy and switching to Gyarados, which is also a pretty good play here, I think. So you know what? I think that is the play here because I think Charizard could sweep in the late game potentially. So yeah, I'm going to go Gyarados, get Intimidate off. I could definitely see them trying to parting shot out the Charizard as well. I could see Fake Out. There's a lot of different things they could do here. They might Oh, wait, maybe Gyarados wasn't the right play. They might Max Lightning my Charizard slot, trying to stop the Max, or try to deny Sleep Powder potentially. Because they might Fake Out and Max Lightning, Fake Out the Venusaur and Max Lightning the Charizard slot, so I can't Sleep Powder the following turns. Okay, that could be scary. But I was also worried about Flare Blitz Veil here, and with the Vine Lash, but with the Intimidate and the Dynamax Assault Vest, I should be able to live that. So there's a lot of potential turn ones that could happen here. Let's see what's going to come out. It is Gigantamax. It looks like we're both Gigantamaxing, which makes sense. Lapras teams usually like to Gigantamax right away, get that Aurora Veil up. It's pretty much the same. So we are going to see the Gigantamax Lapras here. It is interesting. What are they going to go for is the big question. Are they going to go for the Veil? Are they going to go for Lightning? Or do they go for Geyser expecting Torkoal? Oh, they Max Guard. Interesting. Divine Lash into that. Goes for the Hard Flare, but it's okay. That does a lot of damage. That's fine. Okay, so because they did set up Aurora Veil. And actually, their Lapras is threatened here. Because if it's a offensive Lapras, I'm pretty sure it goes down to Vine Lash plus Power Whip combination. I'm going to go for that. There's a chance Incineroar switches out here too to preserve the Intimidate. Also, like I could Waterfall or Quake or anything, knock out that. So... yeah, I can definitely see maybe Incineroar switching out here, and if I can KO the Lapras, I'm in a fantastic spot. So you know what? I'll go for it. I'll go for the gamble here. I think it's fine. Yep, we're gonna see Incineroar switch out. Not surprised. Into Dusclops. Okay, perfect. First, my item, the Assault Vest and the Lumberry. We hit the Power Whip, which is amazing because Vine Lash should KO. Actually, that's close. That's really close. Vine Lash gonna come out. Stab. G-Max move. Oh, just barely, but at least we'll be able to knock it out afterward. But they do get Aurora Veil up, which is a little bit annoying. Or they Lightning. There's going to be the Resonance coming out, okay? Which won't knock out the Venusaur. Barely not knock out the Venusaur, but I'm in Fake Out range, which is a little bit concerning. Alright, so the Aurora Veil set up. Life Orb is confirmed on the Lapras. What's the last Pokemon is the big question. If it's Rillaboom, I feel really good about my Torkoal winning the game potentially, but anything else could be scary. They did get a Roar Veil up, but we do have the Vine Lash chipping away at my opponent for 4 turns, which is really nice here. So, or 3 more turns after this, because we only got to chip on Clops. But like that damage is kind of important. It can matter a lot. So, we're gonna see the Rillaboom come out. Okay. Oh, this is looking pretty good for us. They had to fake out slash Grassy Glide the Venusaur slot, I feel like. So I'm gonna go Torkoal here for the Venusaur slot, and I feel like Bounce is the play. I like Bounce. I think Bounce is an okay play here. Because I feel like that they would have to go for Grassy Glide, maybe a Trick Room here. So let's see. I'll bring out the Torkoal to avoid a fake out or Grassy Glide into that slot, because I think they're forced to. They're in a really bad spot if they don't. Yeah. So we'll go for that. We'll go for the Bounce, the pressure. I see Grassy Glide come out. It does target down that slot. Yep, no surprise. That's a good amount. Here comes a Bounce. And we're going to see the Trick Room is set up. Okay, perfect. So let's see who's faster between Torkoal and Dusclops. It looks like the Dusclops is faster on the Trick Room, but we'll be taking the Vine Lash beating down. Okay. This grassy terrain's healing me. I think if I can get the Charizard in under Sun, I'm going to be able to win. Because like Heat Wave will destroy my opponent's entire team. I could also try to catch the Incineroar coming in. But I think it's just fine to go for the Heat Wave right away. And yeah, I think it's fine to go for Heat Wave. Because I don't think they can knock out Torkoal. We're going to see the Rillaboom switch, which is fine. Incineroar is going to come in, which makes sense. I was thinking of body pressing that slot, but I don't think the body press would KO anyway. And getting some chip onto the Dusclops is never that bad. Although they could Pain Split the following turns. We're going to see Nightshade come out into the Torkoal. And Heat Wave does come out. We'll get a bit of chip. Not much because of the Veil, but we just got to stall it out efficiently. We're going to get a Bounce off. Not bad damage. Would have preferred body pressing though. Alright. They're taking the Vine Lash damage. Wait, did Incineroar not take Vine Lash damage? Or did it already and I just missed it? Okay, I was about to say, that's a little bit of a weird interaction. Okay. So Vine Lash and then Grassy Terrain happens. Okay, I confused that. All right. I think I'll just protect the Torkoal. I don't want to take any unnecessary damage. I'm actually going to sack my Venusaur here because like I don't think I need Venusaur anymore. I want to use it as a sack here because I felt like this is a safe switch in because then I can re-bring in the Gyarados pressure with Intimidate. This Vine Lash is doing a ton of work though. This is why Venusaur under Sun is a lot more scary than it used to be in previous series, because this Vine Lash damage is adding up. And even though I can't really damage my opponent right now with like my moves because of Aurora Veil, the Vine Lash damage is just putting on so much pressure right here. So retreat the Gyarados. We'll go out into our Venusaur. As we'll see the Protect from Torkoal. I don't know if you go into Gyarados at all this turn, but we'll see. Pain Split gonna come out. I wasn't even expecting that, but that works out because I get some health recovery. We're gonna see U-Turn actually though come out. Okay, into the Venusaur slot, which makes sense, but I think that's completely fine here. So Venusaur goes down. I mean, it's the same situation, I feel like. Actually, this could be even a better situation for me because I can bring out my Charizard and start going for Heat Wave now. And I feel like the aggressive Heat Wave definitely works here. So we're gonna see the Rillaboom come in, and the Dusclops is really low at this point. It's really low at this point. So I'm liking our odds right now. I could also go... I think Charizard is better here. They're going to get a Pain Split up. I don't think it's like the end of the world, because I don't think Pain Split knocks me out. How many turns of Sun? Okay, 2 turns of Trick Room. Okay, yeah, I think I'm just going to go for a double Heat Wave here, actually. Because you can fake out one, Pain Split the other, but I get a lot of damage pressure off. I feel like you fake out the Charizard and you Pain Split the Torkoal. I can see Pain Split knockoff in the Charizard. I don't even know if that would KO at this range. If it does, I don't think it's that bad. I still think Torkoal can win the end game. Or I see the Pain Split in the Torkoal and no fake out. So this puts us in a really good spot because I have Sitrus Berry. So I'll be able to survive. I'll be able to get a Heat Wave off. And a double Heat Wave actually, assuming I connect. And then that should just be able to seal the game. So Torkoal gets a Heat Wave off, does connect with both. Big damage into both Pokemon. I don't think that's a Assault Vest Rillaboom. You get a burn on Dusclops, which is nice. I see Wood Hammer. Okay. Oh, they expected the Gyarados to come in, or maybe that's their most damaging move. That is... I thought that was Choice Banded, but it's just a critical hit. Okay. Could be Choice Banded, but I don't think it is. Heat Wave gonna come out into both Pokemon here. It is able to eliminate both Pokemon, so the burn didn't matter on the Dusclops. And yeah, this game's 100% sealed. We have a Gyarados in the back. We have Body Press Torkoal. We're in a fantastic spot to take this game. Yep. And there's really not much my opponent can do, because next turn I could go... Auroraville also wears off for my opponent, so this is like the worst potential spot for them, because now I can just go into the Gyarados and protect my Charizard, and then next turn I could just go for a Waterfall and Scorching Sand. So yep, we're in a fantastic spot. Yeah, there's really not much they can do here, so we'll go Gyarados and we'll go for the Protect, and that 100% seals the game, because the Incineroar cannot do anything. Even if they had Thunder Punch and made a read, it didn't change anything, because Scorching Sand under Sun is definitely going to be able to KO Incineroar, especially at that range. And yeah, they really can't do anything. Substitute wouldn't change anything, because I could double Waterfall, Scorching Sand. There's really not any move that Incineroar could have that could change the situation. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's episode of VGC 2020 Baek Battles. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like down below, show support, as well as you could leave a comment down below, as it really does help out. You can check out my social medias down below, the side states on my channel, and more. If you would like to go an extra mile to support my content, there is my Patreon page listed down below. But there are free ways to support me by leaving a like down below, leave a comment down below, and sharing this video with friends. All free ways to support me, and they really do help out a lot. You can also check out my community Discord. If you do want to interact with me in an awesome community, ask VGC questions. You can, we do help with team building, a bunch of other stuff, anime discussions, food discussions, a bunch of other stuff. Feel free to join us at the community Discord listed down below. You can also check me out on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JamesWBeck, for more VGC content, as well as fun variety game content. And also, you can check out my second YouTube channel for the highlights of the streams, as well as some very interesting content that I do have planned. Very exciting. I'm really excited with that second channel. If you do want to go check it out, again, link in the description down below. But thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.